Hello, I'm Amy Hannifan, President with Women in Fire. Very excited to be here at FDIC and of course live with you all. And I think we'll introduce ourselves. So Khalilah.
I'm Khalilah Yancey. I'm a functional trustee with Women in Fire. FDIC has been great. I'm happy to be here with you all and share some information with you all about our organization.
Good afternoon. My name is Terri Reid. I'm a dedicated member of Women in Fire. I'm very glad to be here, and I'm here to learn and explore and just get more additional ideas to bring back to our department.
Hello, I'm Kevin George. I'm a lieutenant with the Baltimore County Fire Department, a member of Women in Fire, instructed for him this week and enjoying the rest of my week so far.
Thank you. So Khalilah, you're a functional trustee with us, and we're very excited to be co-located here again with FDIC. It's been a great experience. We had our one-day leadership conference earlier in the week. What was your impression for this year's conference?
This year's conference was great. We had a great opening speaker. Our keynote was Fire Chief Tricia Wooford from Anne Arundel County Fire Department, which I'm very partial to because I work in Baltimore City. We run automatic aid with them. And she was very inspirational in telling everybody how they can become a chief if they choose to be and how the job should be fun. So I think she inspired a lot of people to go further in their careers in the fire service. And I think she touched each one of us, with her message.
I would agree. Yeah, I took away, it was a keynote, so obviously not a terribly long speech, but I took away so many gems from that speech.
It showed that you can do anything you want to do. You just got to have your road mapped out, and she was willing to help us in any way she
can. Exactly.
She did a kind of like fork in the road type situation. Like if you have a fork in the road, just give yourself an opportunity and try. Sometimes when we take that step out there, it's a fear because we don't know what it is. It's change. So she was giving us that aspiration, just try some things, or you ask a question. So
right. I was very impressed by her drive as well. She pushes herself.
Yes.
And we had a great attendance. We had a good percentage, I thought, of attendees who had not been to our conference before. So that was very exciting as well.
A lot of first timers, and they enjoyed their experience with the different classes that we had. We had Terri Reid, who taught about recruitment and retention. We had Kevin, who taught about nutrition, and I heard nothing but great feedback from everybody that I encountered that discussed the different classes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Terri, do you want to give us a little bit of background on your class?
Sure. So I taught recruitment and retention in today's fire service. A lot of things in today's fire service, things change. And one thing in the fire service we have difficulty with is change. But with those changes, we have to know how to recruit members of the fire service in today's time, but also retain them, where to recruit them, how to recruit them. Different means. Everybody's savvy to, their electronic devices that they carry. So we have to be mindful of utilizing those tactics because we want to utilize tactics that attract people to do the things that they enjoy doing. So our website in Baltimore County, we have a pretty savvy website that you can, let's just say we're not hiring right now. You can push a button, but when we are hiring, they'll send you an email, let you know that you're hiring. So I think that's really great. Some other things is we talk about is retaining. How do we retain people? The important thing about retention is give them a path, give them a method. Don't get too comfortable because sometimes when people stop and get comfortable, it's a lot to get their drive started back up again.
Right.
So let's just have a mission for them to continue to explore, whether it be things within the fire service or getting their college degree and things of that nature, because a lot of the places that we're employed at, they will help support you with that information. So that's really cool.
And one of the great takeaways is always remember, just because you're in the fire service, it's not always about just putting out fires. There's so many other avenues that you can explore, from logistics to the fire marshal's office to training. It's so many different things. And I think when people aren't exposed to this business, they don't understand that all that they see is everybody doing suppression activities and riding on the engine or the truck.
Right.
So I think that making sure we expand those things and showing people is way more to the fire service than just putting the wet stuff on the hot stuff.
Right, because EMS is definitely a hot topic right now, especially, with the pandemic and things like that. That has been a big change for all of us to learn new measures, learn how to deal with people, because we still have to take care of our citizens that we serve. But how do we do that? How do we do that safely? And I can tell you that my fire chief, Joanne Run, she's been very, very supportive of making sure that we've had, the things that we need to make sure we're doing all the things we need to do out there for our community. So
Good.
it's appreciative.
You touched on something that I thought was kind of interesting, just of with the retention piece, as far as employees really needing to feel valued. And I think that's so true in that, to keep morale up or to keep someone engaged, you really do have to have they have to be involved in something where they feel valued or they feel that need to come back.
Right.
to work.
Whether it's an organization, whether it's something, you can just get so many skills, instructor skills. In Maryland, I know we have the Maryland Fire Rescue Institute. People are instructors. There's so many different disciplines you can be an instructor for. But the biggest thing is we want to build all this information that we have because we need to learn how to pass this information on to the people that's coming up, because at the end of the day, somebody's going to have to take my place and I have to make sure that they're prepared to do that.
That's true.
So I'm going to give them all the tools that I have. I have no reason to hold my tools. I'm going to give them my tools. I'm going to show them how to work it. I'm going to show them all the stuff
Yeah.
they need to, and support them and always be open and available to help them in any way they need to.
And I think that's one of the great things about Women in Fire, because people like Terry and yourself and Kevin, we can expose everybody that are members to all of these different things and share with them. You may do things one way, you may do things another, but when we all come together, and that's what's so great about our conferences, is that everybody can learn from one another and take those pieces and learn how to pass the torch. So that's one of the great things of being part of this organization.
I agree. No, it's nice. I think we've talked about that before, of just learning new ways of doing things and connecting with people. And really, if you don't get outside of your shell and come to a conference like FDIC, you don't really have that exposure to other regions or other departments and how they do things.
I think what happens is a lot of people have never had this type of experience, but when you do get them out there, I'm telling you, it's just like a kid in the candy store. It's an explosion. Yes, the networking is awesome. And a lot of things we learn here, they don't go within our SOPs or SOGs within our department, but you just put them in your toolbox. That's all you do, So, I mean, I appreciate it. I've learned, I've grown, and I'm still growing because I'll always be learning, but it's also appreciative. And thanks to you all at Women in Fire, you've been supportive to me as well, giving me opportunities to learn and do things that I haven't done, but I thank you very much for
Well,
that.
we appreciate you. Kevin, you taught nutrition at our one-day leadership conference. Can you give us a little bit of background on that class?
Yes, absolutely. The class is pretty inclusive to anyone, fire service or not in the fire service. The focus primarily now, a large part of the fire department's focus is mental health, rest, hydration, all those things. I feel like people still tiptoe on nutrition. It's a very individual thing. I wanted to kind of hit that head on and give people a group discussion about it, but give them the tools to make those individual decisions. And it's very much a class that breaks down very specific parts of nutrition, carbs, fats. That we have those discussions, those difficult discussions that people necessarily have strong beliefs about, but I try to give people the down and dirty, the true facts and science of them, and how they can be well-rounded in their nutrition and not pick a diet and a nutrition plan for them individually, how to build that so they can be an effective firefighter in their job, not necessarily picking a diet that might not function best for someone that has a task to do like firefighting. So that's a primary goal, to kind of open people's eyes to it and not tiptoe around it.
Well, I think you met your goal, because Chief Tony Washington could not stop talking about your class. And she called her husband and shared it with her husband and her kids, and she thought it was awesome. So,
and that's
I think you
a
made
big
it.
drive in it too, to show people that that's not the magic bullet. Rest isn't, nutrition isn't. That I give them the tools for nutrition to help them understand how it's a lifestyle change, and that I don't appreciate the word diet typically because it's so like taking away from you, but showing how you can be well-rounded and all those things. Rest, sharing it with your family, that community atmosphere is the best way to actually fulfill a plan like that, not just try to tackle it on your own, and which ends in failure most of the time.
Just remember, reach one, teach one, and it definitely worked for her, because they were starting the next day.
Yes,
when she went home.
definitely.
Yeah.
I thought was awesome is that, you a lot of us look at it like, oh, this plan is going to be so hard. We don't give things an opportunity and give somebody like yourself to give it, explain us, hey, this is how it is, this is how you do it, and things like that. So I found it to be very informational. And
Yeah, the goal was
Yeah.
definitely to make you, instead of just being handed a plan, how this nutritionist come up with this plan and how can I create it myself, and like why they gave it to us. Like, it's very much like you get that piece of paper sometimes and I get the question all the time. They can't even separate the protein out of it, the carbs out of it, and they don't necessarily know why the person chose this for us, or it's foods they may not like. And we dive into experimentation some, and since it's so individual, being able to say like, I don't eat yogurt. I'm
Right.
not eating yogurt in the morning 5 days a week.
Right.
Like, what else? So I like to discuss some options in the class too, so it can fit everybody.
Yeah, I appreciated that you gave the background and the concepts. I think that kind of helps
Yeah, it
too,
really
where it's
did.
not just a list of eat this, not that. It's more so the why, which is helpful.
That was awesome.
So is this your first time at FDIC, or you've been here a few other
No,
times?
A few other times. This is actually my third time.
Awesome.
Yes, this is my third time, but it's been my most exciting time because like I'm coming out my shell, meaning like with you all, you guys want me to help teach a class. And so I'm excited about that. And I think that's one of the things that anybody can take away from this organization. They'll help produce you and help make you grow as yourself and in the fire service. So
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just goes to show anybody can have the opportunity. You just got to reach for it. And
Yeah.
that's awesome. How's your experience going this week?
It's been phenomenal. I can tell you that it took me out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I think once I picked up the groove, I was okay. But a lot of people were looking at me like, that's not the person that I know. But I was just shocked. I was like, oh, wow, this is it, but I was able to flow, get my information through. But I think the biggest thing was being outside my comfort zone, but knowing outside that comfort zone, I was still okay,
Good.
so it was exciting.
That's awesome. How's your week
Same
going?
question. It's been going well. Obviously, it's my second time, I believe, at FDIC. It's the first time teaching at this level, and it was nice having women in fire there as a safety net. It was a good stepping stone, and I really enjoyed it. It was very accommodating, and got a good crowd first day, and it was fun teaching. It wasn't as nerve-wracking as I thought it was going to be, but it was a good place to grow, and I learned a lot even from the rest of the week. There's not a lot of key players in it, but I took 2 other classes that were like fitness based that it helped me grow as well, and learn what I can kind of like, how I can gear my class a little bit better and be able to display what I want to the audience a little bit better.
Right. One of the things I talked about was passing the torch, and I've had a lot of people come up to me like, oh, wow, we got you up here now, because they're looking for somebody to instill this information into, because they know that they won't be doing it forever. So we always got to make sure we reach one, teach one,
Right.
just like
Mhm.
Khalilah was saying. So
I agree.
it means a lot.
I had the opportunity to teach health and wellness yesterday, and that was actually a very encouraging opportunity. We had a lot of interaction, a lot of discussion after the content was done around policies and reproductive health. And I think it was very encouraging for the group that was there to be able to have some open conversation about either where the holes are or where they've seen positives and benefits to the policies they do have. So I really appreciated that
It seemed
opportunity.
like everyone thought it was I sat in on that class, and it seemed like everyone it was women and men. It was a very good mix, I thought, of quite a few men in there, and it seemed like chief officers in there and people that weren't even in the fire service. Like, I believe the one guy was a military physician, and even the guys spoke up some, but it seemed like a pretty safe space, and a lot of women felt very comfortable sharing their, like, I guess, intimate details of things and what holes they were seeing in their departments.
Yeah, it's something that we definitely have a need to improve upon right now. And we have had for a while. I know some departments do really well. I know your department has a good policy in place, it sounds like.
Yes, actually,
Yeah, I was sharing that with
Mhm.
her yesterday about, we do get a lot of things right when it comes to that. I think we got room to grow, but as far as like light duty positions, just because of the size of our department too, the light duty positions and the time off they receive and stuff, I think they have an opportunity to feel comfortable and safe when they want to come off duty and return safely and stuff.
One thing I'm really excited about that Women in Fire is involved in right now is a FEMA grant. It's actually kind of two-pronged, where a part of it is best practice recommendation for a woman going through a pregnancy as a firefighter and for her OB/GYN to be able to just kind of look at a one-page sheet and say, these are all the tasks I have to be able to do. These are the things I'll be exposed to. What does my timeline look like as far as light duty, or how long can I stay on? So I'm kind of excited for that to come out. The other piece of that grant is some diversity and inclusion training specifically made for the fire service. I'm sure we've all kind of had some diversity training that maybe wasn't tailored as well as it could be, and we felt there was a gap there. So we've had some training already going, and we'll have more at our conference in Spokane, and beyond that for the next couple of years. We'll probably be reaching out to our department members to see if anybody would like some hosted within their organizations. So look for that to come.
And I think that's awesome because diversity, equity, and inclusion is really a hot topic, but it should have been always a hot topic. So now with Women in Fire, that's one of our goals, inclusiveness. So now that we can offer those trainings to people due to these grants, I think is an awesome thing. And then piggybacking on the with the women policy for pregnancy and breastfeeding and stuff like that, as Terry and Kevin's department in Baltimore County is very great with that. I work in Baltimore City, and our department is good with that as well. But for smaller departments that need policies and things like that, they come up to some of us and ask, what does your department do? So it's great for us to be able to share and then holistically be able to do this with an organization that's willing to put in the research and the time to share with everyone. So I think that's awesome.
That also helps them not be able to have to totally recreate the wheel, because that
Copy
just
and
gives
paste.
them,
Yep.
gives them that opportunity.
Yeah, and we are very fortunate to have a good relationship with Dr. Sarah Jonke and the group at NDRI, and they've done an excellent job as far as researchers go, and they're very intentional, I guess is what I'll say, about the relationship and about ensuring that the project needs are met and within a timely manner and done very well. So it's exciting. Well, we have Spokane coming up this year, and one thing I want to say is that we're very excited to be back in a space where we can hold conferences again. We're also very cognizant of the fact that, there still is a pandemic going on. So we are looking ahead to Spokane to ensure that we can do everything possible to make sure it's a safe space for everyone, and to ensure that we're able to do it in a way that makes sense to keep everyone healthy. So, but with that, what are you looking forward to as far as Spokane goes?
So I'm looking forward to the hot classes because we have 2 days worth of hot classes. Our first 2 days of our conference will be hot classes. We'll have hands-on with ladders, vehicle extrication. We'll be doing nozzle forward. So just look on our website and you can see all the different things we have, but I think it'll be awesome. Spokane's training facility is very nice, and they have done a lot of things to make it better for us and everybody that's going to join this. So I think anybody that comes will have a great time. You'll see myself and a few others that are here and some that are not, but we're trying to make everything work out for you. And so you'll have a great time in Spokane.
It'll be exciting for sure. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait for Spokane. I will be teaching in Spokane as well. I'll be teaching a class. So I'm excited to do that. But I've never been to Spokane, so it's going to be something different, a little change for me, but I'll be glad to see us get back together again. It's just been a while. It was nice to see people this time, but it's just going to be nice for us to get back together again. And like you said, doing everything as safe as possible to make sure that we're all healthy. So
I agree. Important. Yeah, we'll have some networking opportunities. That'll be exciting.
Great networking opportunities, and it's a beautiful place. Nice parks.
It is.
So I think anybody that comes will definitely enjoy it. And Spokane is welcoming us with open arms. So we hope that many of you will come and join us.
And Kevin, you've got kind of a hand in a special event we're going to have
Yes,
there.
our inaugural, I call it our inaugural 5K we're doing in the park attached to the Centennial. We're doing our inaugural 5K where it's like a single loop. You can do up to 3, so do a full 5K, but it's more of a fun run, fun walk, whatever you want to do. You can challenge yourself, but it's beautiful. Like you said, Chief, the first day for our keynote said it's a gritty little city and it's beautiful sights. And I believe it's you can already register online at our website and already sign up for that.
And you won't want to miss, we have an awesome keynote Chief Tony Washington will be the keynote speaker for us at Spokane. And anybody who knows anything about her, she's been a chief for 12 years now in the city of Decatur. So you definitely won't want to miss her awesome message that she'll have to share with everybody.
Yeah, she's amazing. I'm definitely looking forward to
I believe she's
that.
one of 8.
One of
Women,
8
yeah.
African-American female fire chiefs, but she's our longest African-American female fire chief.
She's
Yes.
a powerhouse.
Yes, she
Yes.
is.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to all of it. We've got some networking opportunities. We've got the hot classes. We're going to have an auction on Thursday night, which will be fun. That's
Oh,
always a
wow.
good time. And then the 5K is in a really beautiful setting. I'm certainly partial to Spokane a little bit. Love the Northwest, being from Oregon. So I'm excited for everyone to come out. Hopefully end of September. So September 28th to October 1st. Will still be pretty and be kind of that end of summer, not too warm, but still nice weather is what we're hoping for. Knock on wood a
Good
little
weather
bit. Yeah, good weather for all of it. So excited for that. And we did run here the other night, the Valor
Survived.
Yes,
5K,
yes,
I like to say.
5K. It was, yeah, it was a little bit warm. That was
Yeah,
fun. It was
yeah.
good. It was good to see some people out, able to get out after the classes. That was exciting. So, yeah. Well, what else?
So just being as a member of Women in Fire, I just want women and men to know that they could be a member of this organization. You can always just talk to one of us. Our email is womeninfire.org. All you have to do is go there, go
Our
to the
website.
comment section,
Yeah.
contact us, and somebody will get back to you. It's a quick turnaround time. So,
And we
you
have
know,
all types of memberships. We have volunteer memberships. We have individual memberships. We also have memberships for departments in which I come from a large municipality and my chief's a member along with some other women in the job as well. So we're always looking forward to new members and giving more input, and you can learn from each one of these people here
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
many others.
And they've used the word inclusive many times, and it's, you say women and men, and it's not like just a like kind of facade that you have up. I've went from becoming a lieutenant under the past president to like they've pushed me into teaching now, so it's definitely a growth opportunity. That's nice seeing. We definitely have a ton of men, especially chiefs,
Yes.
that start to like really understand and can disseminate like information to the females in their department. Even if you have one,
Yeah.
make a bit difference with them.
And believe it or not, some men, like my chief's been a member way before me. Dr.
Mm.
Niles Ford is one who told us about this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's good. I know we've had some union presidents and leadership, as well as male chiefs that have been interested just in wanting to make their workplace better, whether they have some females there or not. It's a great opportunity to be proactive. Kind of going back to the policies a bit, we sometimes will have leadership of organizations reach out to us because they either have someone that's going through something or they haven't created that policy yet. And we appreciate when they are proactive and looking to try to make the organization better ahead of time, rather than that person having to kind of last minute scramble and help them come up with a policy.
Right, because it's always, and I think that's just the dynamics of how things are today, that people contact people when there's a problem. But hey, just let's talk about it when it's not a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Let's
Even
do
the
the
training,
reverse.
I would
and-
say there's no difference with the training
Right.
you guys, especially at Spokane and when I was in Fairfax with you guys, like it's the best instructors, male and female, and the same.
Right.
I mean, obviously some stuff is tailored and it's more females in the women in fire, but like the men can get plenty of stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can get to learn a different perspective than what they're used to.
Mhm.
So.
And that's what we want people to see, the different dynamics of just learning. You know, a lot of people tunnel vision just on their own personal ways to do things, but you have to respect the fact that people do things a different way. Is it being done efficiently and safely and in a timely manner? And if it is, I'm okay with that.
Right.
You have to let people be themselves, but I'm always up to trying to give them, you know, additional tools in their box, additional ways and ideas to see if they're able and capable to,
Mhm.
you know, do things a little easier, just to take a little load off.
Another opportunity that we have for members is our mentoring program, which is
Yes.
great. You can either become a mentor or mentee, and just connect with someone. I know when I first got into the fire service, there weren't any other females in my organization. And so it's nice to have the opportunity to look through and see if there's someone that you think you could connect with well, and maybe just glean a little bit of knowledge from them, depending on where you're wanting to go in your path, or maybe you don't know and you're wanting to kind of bounce some ideas off of somebody.
Could give them vision, definitely, like a lot of see the girls walking up to the booth or anywhere generally at our
Yeah.
conferences, and I don't think they can really picture themselves in a role until they see a lot of women in this organization are company officers or chief officers, and it's kind of like mind boggling. And then sometimes when they're the only female in their rural department to go, you're a chief, like
Right.
that just blows their mind because they've never seen anyone in that role, let alone like driving or on the nozzle in their department. So it gives
And-
them a track they can follow.
Yeah, and the unique thing about our mentorship program is that you can go on the website
Mhm.
and look and see everybody's bio and see who curtails to what the needs are for you. So you can pick a mentor, or you can come and see somebody that you may want to be a mentor. But when you go to the website, you can read through and see if their skills are set, whatever they have, works for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great thing. And we'll explain more about it in Spokane with the mentorship class
Yes.
that I'll be teaching.
Yeah.
Yes, so we're very excited. We hope you'll join us in Spokane. Womeninfire.org is where you can find more information about that. We're excited to be back here next year too. I'm looking forward to April again. That'll be great.
Hopefully April.
Yes.
Hopefully
And we'll be here for our one day leadership again. I think it's kind of fun. We always get a different crowd here, and it's just such a great time to get to glean knowledge from all of the fire service bests all in one place. And I know we always have a good time of connecting, and we always have a networking event as well with that. So hopefully we'll get to see you either in September or next spring.
And one more thing for our membership chiefs, you can join and send some members to our conferences.
That's true. There you go.
Yep.
All right. Well,
That's
thank
awesome.
you. Have a great day.
Thank
Thanks.
you.